Hey guys, it's Lisa. Welcome to Banning, Panning and Beyond and another friend mail and haul video. So I have a bit of a mixed bag for you today, and this will probably be the last haul video I film for quite a while. So famous last words, I know, but this is the last of everything that I had on order, other than stuff that has gone to Andrea's from Pretty as a Peacock in the US, and who knows when that will get shipped over and how long that will take. Hopefully not too far away. I am waiting on one more order from Copacetic Cosmetics, and I did place an order with Gourmand Girls this morning for Christine's latest palette that she released for Valentine's Day. It's called C'est l'Amour. Very, very pretty. So I might insert a photo of that palette on the screen. Once they both arrive at Andrea's, then she's free to send that parcel over to me. What else do I have? Oh no, I do have one more order coming from Chaos Cosmetics. Chaos Makeup. There's two very similar named indie brands, and it's Chaos Makeup, which is the better quality out of the two. So, just getting notifications. So anyway, stop getting distracted. So I have two Christmas cards here that did arrive a little bit late, not quite as late as filming this. I have had them for a little bit. So the first one I have is from Laurie Latimer. Now it's yet again a Northern Hemisphere Christmas card, Let Heaven and Nature Sing, from the Christmas Carol. So that's really awesome. And it just says, may the peace of the season fall gently upon you. So love and blessings, Laurie Latimer, sis fantastic. So thank you, Laurie, for sending that to me, and I will pop that up there with the rest of my card collection. The other one I have is from Kim, from Kimmy's Boxes. Now, I know Kimmy contacted me to say that the first card she attempted to send to me got rejected. I'm assuming it's because she had all these extra bits and pieces with it, and it probably exceeded like a thickness limit or weight limit. There's the red truck there, not buffalo plaid though, so a bit disappointing about that, Kimmy. And it just says, wishing you peace, joy and hope this holiday season. And inside, yes, I got a little bit spoiled. So I have, first off, I'll show you the little snowman that she drew. So Kimmy likes to put her drawings inside the cards, and she says, Lisa, hope you had, she's crossed out have, had a Merry Christmas. Dang post office. Yeah, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Happy New Year. Also love, Kim. So thank you very much, Kim, and I will show you the lovely collection of stickers that she sent me. So all flamingo, of course, and I believe, and so that was the first one. This is a lovely 3D one. Another 3D one. Oh, yeah. So stand tall with the hibiscus, and it's sticks out there as well. Another one that's 3D. So I don't know where she got these from, but they are absolutely awesome. And another cutout with multiples on there. So most of those are 3D as well. So yeah, so that was absolutely lovely, and I really, really do appreciate those, and to everyone who managed to get around to sending me Christmas cards in return. So let's just get into the haul and make this a quick video. So I was inspired to buy this by Andy from Andy Does Stuff. It's the Bedhead by Tiji, the Superstar Queen for a Day Thickening Spray. So I found this in my local pharmacy. She'd mentioned it in one of her videos, and I, as you can tell, my hair is pretty wild. It likes to do its own thing. I got sick of trying to tame it, and I'm just letting it live its best life most of the time. And the one thing I do struggle with, because my hair is, I have got fine hair, but I have a lot of it, and it is relatively heavy, and of course I struggle with volume at the scalp. So she recommended this. She said it works really, really well with her hair, so I thought I would give that a go. So I haven't tried it yet, but so that is something that I've added recently. Now, when I was at the pharmacy, I mentioned a while back that it was the Laura Mercier, no, what's the other Laura Geller, her spackle primer. I know there's one that's still available. It's not the original under makeup primer one that I had, which I really, really liked. So I've almost used up the primer that I'm currently using, and I thought I would look up some dupes for the Laura Geller one, and this was one that was suggested and by Maybelline. So fairly inexpensive, and yeah, I thought I would pick that up. I tried another one, I believe, that was by NYX, I think, and yeah, I went some sort of veil one or something. Anyway, when I put it on and I let it dry, when I rubbed on my hand, it sort of flaked off. So yeah, I just thought, no, I'll go with this one. So it does have a bit of a silicone-y feel to it, and I'm hoping that I will like that, seeing as I can't source the other one anymore. And I don't know what I was thinking. I blame Michaela once again for influencing me on this one. I was watching one of her TikTok videos recently, and she mentioned this particular mascara. Lord knows I don't need any more mascaras. Most of the ones I have are all minis that I've received free, and most of them don't really excite me because they're not ones that I chose to buy. I certainly didn't need this one right now. I could have put it off. So who knows how many of my mascaras are going to be dried up by the time I even open them to try and use them. Hopefully not. They are sealed tight still, hopefully. But I know some can still dry out anyway. So anyway, enough rambling. This one I got, it's the Revolution Lift and Define. It's the 5D Lash Extra Dimension Mascara. I'm not actually, so there's the packaging, but I'm not going to actually open up to show you the wand, just like I said, because I want to keep it sealed until I get around to using it. But I'll show you at least what the outer, what do they call it, component looks like. So yeah, that's it there. So hopefully it doesn't take me too long to finish the mascaras that I'm currently using, and I can get to try that one. So all right, I'll go with this one next. So this is a single that I had on order from Glaminatrix Cosmetics, which is an Australian indie brand for anyone who isn't aware of that. Now, she had a palette called the Sandra Rose palette that was discontinued, and she actually put it out there for anyone who wanted her to bring that particular palette back. And as it turned out, she ended up doing a mini version, which of course brought the cost back down, and she changed, I think maybe there was only the one shade that she changed up from the original. And I have a lot of these shades as singles already in my collection from the original palette, so I wasn't going to buy the mini version, so I ended up just buying a single of the shade that she changed up. It's still called Bloom. This is called Bloom 2 though, and it is a multi-chrome, and it is just absolutely stunning. It's like, when I'm looking at it now, it looks like very much a greyish sort of lavender. You can see purple, maybe with some pink reflex. I really don't know that I'm going to get an opportunity or be able to have the right lighting to show that how much it shifts, but let's give it a swatch in the meantime. So you can see maybe as I turn it that it's changing down the bottom there, and some of the pink is coming out. You can see more of a blue around towards the bottom there. So yeah, very much a pretty shade. Let's see whether or not that helps at all. Yeah, there you go. You can definitely see the blue coming out in that there. So let's hope I don't forget to, oh wow, looking at it in my palm, I can see blue and gold. It's just, yeah, the shift is absolutely stunning. Unfortunately, it's not picking up on the gold in it, but anyway, so that was just one single that I had on order from the brand, and I'm very excited that it's here. Now, I did end up putting an order in. Now, we all probably are aware of the drama that I had with getting the Michaela X Glamlight palette. Not going to go into it, but I did say that I would continue to purchase from Glamlight because I do really like, well, not from Glamlight, but their I would purchase their products, but I will not be ordering from them directly anymore. So I'm not going to punish myself because of their crappy customer service. But anyway, I have always been out for a red palette, and when the cupcake one came out, was the red velvet one, it was, I knew when I ordered it that it was leaning more pink rather than red, but I still liked it anyway. But like, imagine my excitement when this palette was released. Now, I first saw, I think it was Nona from My So-Called Life's Budget Beauty and More. She posted about these on Instagram, and yeah, I'm just going to open the palette and show you. As soon as I saw it, I was just like, as soon as that gets released here, I'm putting an order in. So it's a Glamlight Cherry palette, Icy Cherry palette, and wait till you see the inside. So there you go. So very much more, still has some pinks in there, but much more towards the reds. So let's give a couple of the shades a swatch. Like, you've got the imprints in here, you've got cherries, icy, and like an icy cup. So of course I'm not going to worry about swatching the mattes, so I'll just go in and show you. Should have got myself some whites. Oh, so white cherry, which is the very first shade there, it actually has a pink sheen to that. Let's swatch that. So you can see the pinks coming out there. Then we've got colourful tongue, which we all know. Whoa, look at that. That is a gorgeous coral. So that's that one. Just wiping my fingers off. Then the next metallic is called Fruity, so that's that shade there. Trying to make sure I don't reuse dirty fingers. Oh, that is very much like a pinkish, coralish red. Let me just re-swatch. So that's the difference between the two. So that was the first one, the colourful tongue one, and yeah, that one is Fruity. And then we have two more. This is more of a pink, so this is called Fantastic, and you see definitely that's more towards the pink. Unfortunately, the swatches just aren't looking very spectacular in this lighting at the moment. And then the last one is called, wow, the red metallic, that is called Frosted Cherry. So there you go. So that is like a really, really pigmented metallic. It's just gorgeous. So I'm curious to see. So that's the last shade there, and that was the one that I swatched before it. So it'd be really, really interesting to see how well these perform on the eyes. You've got some gorgeous mattes there to complement those. And what do we got? A ratio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the metallics to 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 mattes. So really good ratio there. So let me just try and get my fingers clean again. So they're going to be stained, but hopefully it doesn't come off on anything. And yeah, so I had also, once again, Michaela had compared, I don't have a pot concealer for blemishes, and I've always thought about getting the NARS one, but Michaela had done a comparison video of this brand. It's called, the brand is Pink Honey, and it's called Pink Camo Concealer, and the shade that I got in it is called Take Cover. So more affordable than NARS, and apparently comparable in quality. So I thought that when I put an order in, I got these from Glamorator, which is the Australian retailer, and yeah, so I got the lightest one. I'm hoping that's not too light. If it is, I may have to use it as an under eye concealer if it doesn't, if it's not sort of like too dehydrating. Hopefully not, but you know, at my age you don't want to risk it with your under eyes. Yeah, so I finally caved and got that, and just so I didn't have to pay shipping, because you know I was on the borderline, and it was cheaper for me to actually add an extra product over paying for shipping. I have been eyeing this palette off for a while, and yeah, so I threw it into the mix, just trying to get the plastic off. So it's a very small blush palette. I'll just fast forward through this bit. Okay, so it's by BH Cosmetics, which I was just recently advised by Andrea from Pretty as a Peacock that they are closing their doors. Still have lots of products available on the Australian retailer's website. So, yeah, I was almost tempted to put an order in today for some stuff purely out of FOMO, but I managed to control myself, so I didn't get it. But yeah, so we have a blush trio, so that's the packaging there. I do not know who Doja Cat is, another influencer, but I really liked the colors of the blushes, so I don't have a bright orange in my collection, so that's very much a sort of good addition. But the other two are fairly neutral. That's got more of a mustardy sort of color to it. I think maybe Mary from Mary Moods and Makeup might like that. Yeah, so I was really happy to add that in. And now I'm down to the final thing. So I had been wanting to order from Sigil inspired, or I think, or Sigil inspired, Tammy Tanuka, and which is a Russian indie brand, and I was not really interested in their loose pigments, so I wanted to get one of her palettes. And so this is the box that the palette came in. So just nice recyclable cardboard package, but have a look at the way this palette is presented. Now, I was watching Kat on Beauty Jacked this morning, and I think it was just a couple of days ago I watched a video of hers where she had this palette and another palette from them, and she did like and I looked from each of the palettes, and she was talking about the same thing, just how well these are presented, like you're getting a little gift. So have a look at that. So I don't know who of you have actually ordered from Tammy Tanuka before. Let me know in the comments if you have, but that is just so gorgeous. The wax stamp on there is a beautiful touch, and along, you'll see actually in that the stamp that's in there, it's not going to be coming out very clear, but it's also on top of this. Now, this was a free sample. It's called Charming Firebrand. So I'm guessing it's just one of her little loose pigments. Not know if I can. I'm going to have to. The challenge of getting into packaging. So I didn't want to really take the sticker off because I don't want to lose the name of it, but I'm just not one for loose pigments in general, but I don't mind having some in my collection. And I did think that one day I might, you know, before I went back to work, that I may actually press all my loose pigments into pans, but that never happened, unfortunately. So, oh, okay. I'm just going to dip my finger. There's a little bit in there. I'll dip my finger into the lid. So that's, you're seeing there, it's definitely at minimum a duochrome, because it's going from like a tealy blue to a green. See the shift there? Hopefully I can pick up enough of it. Yeah, so there you go. So that is, it looks like it's got that gold. It's very, like a very lime green. You can see the blue, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see once I use the loose pigment what it ends up looking like on the eye. So now that I've made a mess of my fingers, let's get into the palette. So it feels like it's a shame to actually wreck packaging. I wish I had brought my scissors in, because, you know, anyway. Hoping I can just, so I've lifted that wax stamp up and I'm hoping I can just slide it across, so that's going to work. All right. So I have not opened this. It's been sitting here for a while. As you can see, it was very well wrapped up, so I don't know whether or not these actually managed to reach me intact. So crossing fingers. All right, so what do we got here? So the palette is called the Toad palette, but on the card that's attached, it's in Russian, but that's what it looks like on the front of the palette there. And the shades don't have shade names, they've just got numbers from 90 to 95. So it is such a beautiful color story, and it turned up intact. So very much a neutral color story, but not boring in the slightest. I'm going to just swatch. So I'll go across the top that way and then that way along the bottom. So this first shade is like a really, really dark green with a bit of a, wouldn't say it's a metallic, it's more like a satin. So we'll swatch that there so you can see that grungy, browny sort of green. Yeah, definitely got that shine to it. The next shade, ooh, that's definitely a metallic. Looks a bit more metallic than the first one. So I just absolutely love grungy greens. And then this next one is a matte. The color is not true to life, unfortunately, in this lighting. So it's almost like a khaki, khaki green, or an army green. That's it there. You can see that brown sort of coming out in that, but believe me, it's not brown. And yeah, good job, Lisa. And all right, so next one is like a bronze metallic. It is stunning. Love it. So that's it there. It's just, look at the shine that it even leaves behind on the finger. So the next one is more of a burgundy. It's another matte. So a browny sort of burgundy. Yeah, I don't know. Wouldn't call it a plum, but I'm pretty bad at describing colours and getting plums and burgundies and purples and all of that. But yeah, you can see for yourself what colour that that looks pretty true to what it looks like in the pan. And then I'm gonna have to use my thumb, which is, thumbs are not good for swatching. Just ask Andrea from Pretty as a Peacock. But so it's that last shade there, and it is another metallic. So yeah, great for as an inner corner highlight or a brow bone highlight. So excuse the shitty swatches, but yeah, so that is what the color story is like, and have to say I'm really excited to have my first product from Tammy Tanuka, and it didn't take too long. I ordered through her Etsy website, and yeah, it didn't take too long to get to me, a lot less than what they say, especially with the current shipping issues and all the rest of it. But yeah, so that's it. That is the last haul that I'm going to be filming for a while. So hopefully I've got some other interesting content coming up for you that you will enjoy. So thank you for joining me, and see you all again soon. Bye.